My name's Chloe Bullock and I'm a sole practitioner interior designer based in Brighton, and I've been running Materialise Interiors for 16 years, and for almost 10 of those years I've been a BIID registered interior designer. Through the BIID I have the pleasure of mentoring two brilliant mentees. Sadie is one of them. Sadie is an interior design graduate and is now working on her master's, which she is completing this September. If you haven't thought about mentoring and you're a BIID designer, I'd really recommend doing it. It's a lovely thing to do.
Hello all, I'm Sadie Millermaggs, and like Chloe, I'm also specialising in sustainable, vegan and healthy design. Having Chloe as my mentor during my studies has been a huge support, and I also recommend any students or new designers to seek out a mentor too.
So often the problem with working in a more sustainable way is knowing where to start. This hierarchy of the 5 R's is often used when talking about sustainability and low waste generally. So avoiding new is the best and most eco-efficient way to specify, utilising what's already here. Second best is to apply this hierarchy, reuse what we have, design out waste, ensure materials have a long life, and use materials that are non-toxic and therefore easy to biodegrade at the end of their life. We need to keep materials at their highest value for as long as possible before resorting to landfill and rotting. There's 3 categories to apply to sustainable specifications in a good, better, best scenario. So there's the do less harm, which is specifying alternatives that are less harmful, which is a place where I've been with my clients for quite a long time. I'm now trying to design out waste much harder, and so having less waste coming from projects, and also designing with waste, utilising waste products within projects and converting to a take-make model rather than the take-make-waste model that we're so used to. But where we really should be working is a replenish and restorative way, which is known as regenerative design. So instead of being sustainable, i.e. running on the spot, we are actually improving environments through the specifications we use. There's tools available to assist, such as the Living Building Challenge Red List, which lists harmful toxins to avoid within projects. We can use materials that are made from fast-growing crops that regenerate as they grow, such as hemp, and we can use bio-based and carbon-negative materials such as mycelium and algae. Sadie and I are constantly researching next generation materials, and we thought it'd be good to share our learnings with you all.
So the issues in our industry is there's a lot of toxic chemical use and extensive use of resource-intensive materials. But meanwhile, outside our industry, we have a lot of food waste, industrial waste and agricultural waste. We believe that our industry can utilise the so-called waste. So the first exciting area of next generation materials is food waste.
It's reported that greenhouse gases associated with food waste in the UK per year are the equivalent of those produced by 10 million cars.
So how can our industry utilise this? Well, we have sought out some amazing innovators who have reimagined waste, starting on our left with a table produced from coffee waste by Thomas and Yanni. So Thomas and Yanni are a team of furniture makers based in Sussex who focus on a closed loop production system, which means that the items often use reclaimed materials that are durable, repairable, minimise waste and best of all non-toxic. In the middle, you can see some lampshades that are part of the collection made by Cara Collective, using various bio-waste, including orange peels and pine needles. Cara aims to step away from contributing to the harmful environmental impacts caused by toxic materials and irresponsible use of natural resources. Then on the right is the lampshade by Otten Studio. Otten Studio focuses on upcycling green waste into high-quality materials, which they turn into colourful, sustainable furniture, objects, lighting and decorative panels. Another area of opportunity for next generation materials to utilise is industrial waste.
A recent study found that in the UK alone, 43.9 million tonnes of industrial waste is produced each year.
Industrial waste includes plastic and metals to wood and paper. From the left, Smile Plastics based in Wales. We have all seen the images of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and heard predictions of the sea being 50% plastic, 50% fish by 2030. Smile Plastics have created a system that creates a second life for these plastics. Smile Plastics creates decorative surface panels that are 100% recycled and 100% recyclable, made with used food containers and cosmetic pots, offering a closed-loop material cycle. Next, the flat pack stool, which is created by Foresso, who makes timber terrazzo in their Birmingham factory. Personally, I think it's the most pleasing material on the market, and better still, it is composed of offcuts of British timber and planing waste sourced from local sawmills, combined with pigmented plaster waste. And last up on this slide is a cradle-to-cradle silver third-party certification board designed by Onyx, based in Spain. These boards are all made from cellulose waste and are entirely free from toxic additives, like formaldehyde, making them a much better and healthier alternative to MDF, with potential uses including panels for decorative use, wall and ceiling applications, as well as a substrate for acoustic and furniture products. Onyx is also planning on setting up manufacturing facilities right next to landfills. The third area of next generation materials is agricultural waste. Toto Moxal, however, has found an interesting way of turning the husk of heirloom Mexican corn into a striking veneer material. The colours range from deep purples to soft cream, showcasing the wealth of diversity of native corns. We have seen this applied to tabletops and walls. It's really striking. Then next up is Deserto. There are lots of alternatives to animal leather using various kinds of waste material. This exciting alternative from Mexico uses waste from cactus leaf fibres, and it not only performs well, but it looks great. And lastly, eco boards, which are based in the Netherlands. Eco boards use agricultural cereal fibre waste, such as wheat, without using any formaldehyde to bond the fibres, so therefore no harmful emissions. And because trees are preserved and not cut down, it's the saving of the equivalent of 2 tons of CO2 absorption per cubic metre. Another example of waste material use in next generation materials is recycled content.
Only 9% of all waste ever produced has been recycled. About 12% has been incinerated, while the rest, 79%, has accumulated in landfills, dumps, or in the natural environment.
So it goes without saying, specifying materials and products designed with recycled content is hugely important. Ideally, there should be no waste and waste should be designed out, but while it is a problem, these materials should be used as a valuable resource. First up on the left, EcoNool, which is a yarn created using recycled sea plastics in the form of PET and fishing nets. Sedna Carpets have created a beautiful soft carpet collection using EcoNool. The bonus, retrieving ghost nets provides fishermen with an income off-season as well as using a proper material. Weaver Green produces beautiful, soft, hand-woven textiles which look and feel just like wool, cotton and linen, yet they are made entirely from recycled PET bottles. Weaver Green are doubly good as they come with the important Good Weave certification, because the who made this element of sustainability must not be forgotten either. Lastly, Paperstone. Paperstone is a paper composite material made from recycled paper and natural resins. Paperstone is commonly used in both commercial and residential applications, such as countertops, interior and exterior cladding, and customer furniture. The last area of next generation materials is innovation.
So Forbes recently reported that paint is the largest source of microplastics in oceans.
Microplastics are a huge problem for the paint industry. Graftonstone's plastic and chemical-free Ecosphere and Biosphere products are organic lime-based paints combined with natural graphene fibres. Their paler shades even absorb and capture CO2 as it cures. These paints are non-toxic and virtually VOC-free, so good for healthy indoor air quality. These two ranges have Cradle to Cradle Gold third-party certification. Following that is one of our favourite materials, mycelium. Mycelium is the root network of mushrooms combined with agricultural waste. Mycelium acts as a natural glue that can bind biomass together. Grown Bio has created a range of products and light pendants, from light pendants to furniture. This material not only outperforms petrochemical plastic-based construction materials in thermal and acoustic insulation, but as a natural material, it is also safer and healthier with excellent fire resistance. And lastly, algae. Algae are powerful photosynthesizers and can consume more carbon dioxide than trees. We are seeing algae being used in many disciplines, from fashion, home textiles, and architecture. Caroline Raff has created algae-based biopolymer sequins that can be recycled or biodegraded. They create an incredible effect as a wall surface, as you can see here.
So if you're looking to specify more sustainably, then to remind you, there are some free excellent resources from the BIID readily available on the website to use now. There's the Sustainable Specifying Guide, which was launched last September and is broken down into all the areas of specifying, giving you questions to ask suppliers and guidance on things to look out for. There's also guidance on how to assess your practice's carbon footprint and also how to then reduce and offset your practice's carbon emissions. And don't forget, there's third-party certifications out there that will really help to make your life easier when specifying too. There's Cradle to Cradle, which we've spoke about a couple of times during this presentation. There's FSC, a Sustainable Timber Certification, which ensures replanting schemes and good pay and working conditions for workers, and also protects natural habitats of animals in those environments. Also, there's the Soil Association and GOTS certifications. Both certifications promote soil fertility without the use of toxic, persistent pesticides or synthetic fertilizers. They save water and energy and avoid the use of toxic dyes. They also prohibit the use of genetically modified organisms. Imagine if the 20,000 interior designers that the BIID estimates there are in the UK were to incorporate these 4 steps into how they work. Step 1, to not strip out everything in this space, reuse some of it and ensure careful reuse and recycling of the rest. Step 2, swap in a few sustainable options per project. Step 3, ask suppliers where things are made, by how and by whom. And step 4, to encourage our suppliers to accept the return of unused samples. We then really would be making better progress in our reduction of the 40% of UK carbon footprint that the construction industry currently contributes. Another thing you can do is to join Interior Design Declares, which, as discussed by Kat earlier in her talk, is the interior design declaration for the biodiversity loss and climate change emergencies, which has been running for a year now. The aim is that as a group, we can support each other, share learnings and resources, and influence our supply chains. We have a UK declaration, but there's also potential for other countries to join us as well. Just go to interiordesigndeclares.com. In the UK, go to interiordesigndeclares.co.uk. As a designer with a website, you can simply sign up to the declaration on the site. And as a supplier to our industry, you just need to demonstrate a sustainability statement on your website. There's currently over 120 signatories, so please do come and learn with us.
Talking of which, here are some of our favourite resources, websites and books that we found useful in our research, which we hope will help you too.
So these slides will be shared at the end, so don't worry about missing that slide as I go past it. So thanks so much for listening. We really hope that there's some useful insights for you in the research we've shared. Here's how to contact us both should you want to. And please post any questions in the Q&A box for Hayley to ask us at the end of the session.
Thank you.
Thank you.